everyone receives is a reflection of us.
Welcome. Today has been an interesting day. It's been hard, really. A longing for love and wanting more. Change. The lack of wanting to do anything, really, but going to enjoy and living my life. To do the things I want to do. I had a moment today where I rose above. You see, I promised something, but not really a promise I said I would do. But really, my heart wasn't in it. For you see, the artwork I want to do, the artwork I want to paint. So I said that I would do something, but I thought about it and my heart just wasn't in it. You see, then I remembered I had something that was on a similar nature, so it worked out for the best. Again, another thing to remove. So that I can hold on to the things that are what I want, are the things that I paint, and remove all the ones that I did for others. So I overcome a situation by learning to myself that these are the things that I want to do. But understand that I must stand up for the things of who I am and what I want to be and what I want to achieve without others dictating or manipulating who I want to be. Maybe it's an understanding of following and being strong within myself and not allowing others to walk over, whether it's financial assistance or aid to others. To be able to say no on a consistent basis if it doesn't meet your expectations or if you just don't want to do it. Maybe it's holding true. You see, this leads into another situation of the fabric of reality. How do we remove our mind from the very existence and thought that things are not real? What if they're just zeros and ones? What if it's just a simulation or a virtualization of things that have been condensed in 3D form? How do you remove the mind so that you can manifest and create the reality that you want without succumbing or going back or being pulled into? Or are we not to worry about it at all? Is it just the things that if we place our mind, we meditate upon it and we place focus to the energy of thought? So how do you remove yourself from every thought that you have during the day? If you have a thought, will it be created? This is void of emotion. This continual thought process, thought create, reality create, is void of emotion or feeling. It's void of humanity and human. To say to someone, you must do this, you must be a guru or ascended master, and you don't have feelings or emotions. You have things that get on your nerves or control you. You overcome them so that you can address it. This is what being human is. This is the understanding of how being human is. So then tell me, how do you remove that mind from all of that pain and the hurt, the emotional stability, strength, and suffering that we've gone through so that you can manifest or that you can create your thoughts? How do you move something with your mind? How do you associate those zeros and ones, those atoms and nucleus? How do you connect to that? And how do you maintain it? Because no doubt if you are vibrating at a higher level and a higher frequency, how do you maintain it without falling or having a bad day? If we are all, imagine the movie Hot Fuzz, where everything is so positive but nothing goes wrong, and if it does, it is seen to be unavoidable or avoidable. I think you can look at things in a negative way but still make it positive because we grow from them. I think we're kidding ourselves if we move into a 5D reality or a higher, it doesn't matter. And we don't allow for the possibility of these things to come with, to allow that growth, that freedom, that exponential growth of human. We still have that spiritual connection, but we are now no longer dictated to by the course of reality, by greedy men. And probably some greedy women too. Let's not be biased. So how do you remove yourself from that? Well, maybe that's the trick. Maybe that's the understanding. You're not supposed to remove, you're just supposed to know that it's a possibility. Maybe you'll just wake up one day and you'll just have that understanding and that knowing because your dream reality is what's going to help you there. Maybe you'll have an angelic being come down to you and tap you on the shoulder and go, there you go. I don't think we know at all. You're kidding yourself if anyone has the answer and you follow it 100%. We don't know. No one knows. We assume, we speculate on the information that we're being taught. We don't know if the people who are channeling the correct information or just the information that is being supplied to them by a supreme being. That is the core foundation. That is the inner knowing. Maybe that's what it is. It's about following who you are and connecting through yourself. When you feel good, you just know. Lately, I've been watching a few things where they're asking this guy, Bashar, about all of these 3D realities. Whether this is that and this is this, and it's round answers. It's not yes or no. Now, if you are a supreme being, why not? If the earth is flat, just say it. The earth is flat. If it is not, it is not. But you see, if it is an understanding that in your reality, the earth is flat, but in their reality, the earth is round, then that is the speculation of, is it a virtual reality? So I always question the things that I hear because I am an honest truth. You look at something, is that car yellow? Well, yes, it is. But you see the deeper meaning of, well, the car appears to be yellow because that is what our eyes are seeing. But deep down, the pigments of yellow might break down into the atoms and the molecules. Therefore, yellow is not even in existence. It is just a perception of the color yellow. So, how deep does one go to remove themselves from the understanding of 3D reality? And must we go that deep? This is the existential crisis that we face when we go into the world of evolution. So, why must we? And does it really matter? I think at the end of the day, people will always search for 3D answers in the course of things. Whereas the things that I want to know are the truths of how. I don't care whether the earth is flat. I know there is something out there. I don't care. I don't care if you can move things with your mind. I really don't. What I want the most is that love, that freedom to find the answers, to go on spiritual tours and feel the connection to earth. The things that uplift all of us and forget the cards or the basketball cards or Pokemon. Forget the toys, forget the collections, forget all of the things that we love, the bling and glitz and glam, and go and know what it feels like to be connected to earth and spiritual realms. And then find out and understand why. Maybe get some downloads here and there and communicate to a higher being of knowledge and understanding. Why? So I can share with you how. So I can teach and guide others in the truth of all things. I think it gets harder and harder these days to follow people when they are the same story over and over and over again, and it is an endless loop. Maybe they are part of the program, but on a positive side so that we see it and continue to grow. I don't see these people. Do I see growth, or do I just see the same story being repeated over and over again? They've made their contentment, they've made their happiness, but yet I continue to grow. And I hope you do too. I hope you see those things and want more. So yeah, today was a tough day. The day of pondering, appreciative of small things, and understanding that there is so much more, but yet I've never really found someone who tells us how. They just say, believe in this. Others say, just do it. And it all comes down to meditation, the 33 days of the spinal fluid, all of these things that are coming into us to do and do and do and repetitive. It is a school, they say, but yet we know how bad school was. So it gets to the point where sometimes it's just hard. Sometimes I just want a supreme guardian of the galaxy, I like to call it, to just tell me why. It's interesting because one of my technicians would always be, in a previous job, when I was training him and teaching him, would always say, just tell me the answer if he didn't know. But then I would always say I wanted him to try to talk to me, try to figure it out in an outside box situation, try to think and come up with the answer. And then if he didn't, I'd try to go through it with him. And you see, I think here lies the problem, because with my artwork, with my spiritual side, everything with love is being done solo or singular. I'm with others, I can connect, but there is no one here around me in this area that is on my level. I know there are people, but I don't feel it. So to find those answers on your own, that's the hard bit. So maybe it is. I'm supposed to find the outside of the box thinking to find the solutions. Maybe you are to go solo so that all these things make it ever so more meaningful. But I will take a step out of my box and think like my technician. Sometimes I just want to be told how, so then I can go and do it. What about you? I wonder. So it is with that, I leave you with peace and love. Take care.